This is how the template makes you feel during your draft. If your Dynasty startup draft hasn't happened yet, you're in luck. This isn't just the template to win. This is the template to be generational in your superflex Dynasty startup drafts. Tight end premium specifically, third round reversal specifically. We're gonna watch over this video, see the picks that I made, see the ideas that I was making, build the template for
how to win in your Dynasty Superflex tight end premium against your sweat league mates. I'm tired of all this how to win against your idiot league mates shit. I see it on everyone's channel. How do you actually be the best and win against your sweat league mates? This is how.
And then after we watch this draft and see the picks that we made and build the template for winning your Superflex Dynasty, I'll still go in and do a draft to show you guys an example from whatever pick, how you follow this template and build the teams that not only win, but are generational. So let's watch this, see what we created, and see why it made us win. And let me just tell you, like, this is the shit that's free as Fantasy Destined, is drafting this team and hearing, like, how you know you're winning, and then you just win.
Video is going to tell you to do, go get your quarterbacks, go get your 2 quarterbacks. It's the most valuable thing. No.
And I've been on some real shit, man.
I joined my first Dynasty Superflex from last year with a tight end premium, and I got my quarterback at pick 7.
This is how I learned.
And I got T-Law. Dumbest thing
my other Dynasty, pick 7, I learned you don't take T-Law, you take Bijan, you take CD.
This is the start.
As you see,
Jalen Hurts goes 1, Josh Allen 2, Mahomes 3, Burrow 4, Stroud 5, Lamar 6. And we're going to have some players here, which means we might need to get on the clock soon. And if Bijan falls, I don't know what I want to do. Oh my.
Here at the back of the draft, also in a third round reversal, knowing that not only do you have 2 picks of CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra, Bijan Robinson, but you also have the first pick of the 3rd round, which means of those skill players, you're going to get a 3rd. That's why we call this team the 3-headed dragon.
I got
so
CeeDee Lamb here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we get CeeDee.
The 101?
CeeDee Lamb.
Last year?
Amon-Ra.
So then we bring in CeeDee Amon-Ra, and you don't see any teams with that. That's first off. And it's not about just winning the first year. It's about getting up, being in the green, and then building your dynasty from there. Which is why we'll talk about what we're going to do, because we got some kids trying to sell, and we might just win a second year because our team's too OP. Wait, who was I saying would be my RB1?
Never in a mock of mine. I was getting Breece Hall in every one.
Right.
Now we're going to have to trade up for Kenneth Walker.
It's like when you bring a team with CeeDee Amon-Ra with 2 first-rounders.
Win your Dynasty Superflex at pick 12.
At pick 12.
With the 3rd round reversal is OP. I still have another 2nd round pick. Jordan Love.
And then you see guys like that.
Oh, I love being in a frickin' Superflex, bro. Holy shit, I never thought I was getting...
And this is what I knew.
If Tyreek falls to me in the 3rd round, everyone is fucked. I'm saying that right the fuck now. If Tyreek Hill falls to me and I have...
The 3rd? Fuck, to all my league mates!
Tyreek?
Leave me Tyreek in the 3rd?
Or Christian McCaffrey.
And you left me both. Y'all didn't want to win. Not year 1. That's okay. I'll take all the money in the meantime.
Oh my God. CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra, Christian McCaffrey. What 12-man league is that team not winning?
Right. What 12-man league is that team not winning? So compare the values, bro. Are you taking your Anthony Richardson because it's what everyone tells you to do and all the quarterbacks are gone and he's the next best? Or are you finding out how to build the value and then get your guys like Goff?
It's not even the Destined draft. It's the Destined Superflex Dynasty draft. Yo, this is such a quarterback-heavy league. I swear, like, it is what the whole community of Superflex Fantasy has wrong. You still need the stars. Who's got Lamar AR? Well, that's the way you can win with the 2 QBs.
You thought?
The guy's falling. Christian McCaffrey.
No, you're not beating this template.
Oh, my God. And then Kyler Murray goes, this is what I'm saying. We're going to have such a great choice. Christian McCaffrey, Garrett Wilson, Tyreek Hill. Let me get Tyreek.
I am clowning.
Okay, this kid think he tough with J-Jet Brees. Yeah, you good, boy. CeeDee Amon-Ra, Tyreek.
Oh, bro, this is literally how I felt during this whole draft.
Picks. How many guys do we have queued? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the first one's Puka, so we get one of them. Will 1. Bam. G Will 2. Yeah, we're not taking Laporta now.
Yep.
Why? Because Christian McCaffrey 2.
It's like when you have all 3 skill guys, go build the fucking 3-headed dragon.
Malik Neighbors goes, we're getting Tyreek Hill or Christian McCaffrey. Ooh, send us home. I can't send anything in the group chat yet.
This is how the template makes you feel during your draft.
Send her home. Send her home. Tyreek Hill. I need some yoga. I need some meditation. My heart is beating so fast. And it's just because it's Destiny. Sometimes it takes over. It's a little much. We're going to have CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra, Tyreek Hill.
And the funniest part is, for some foreshadowing, we're also going to add D-Hen to that list, right? It doesn't matter, bro. If you just get your values like that, when you have those three, you can build the team around it. And what team in a 12-man that has last year's CeeDee, Amon-Ra, and Tyreek, 3 first-round picks, isn't winning? Make sense of it.
We're going to try to get Kenneth Walker. He's a dreamed Hall of Famer. We're going to try to trade up for the grouping of Kenneth Walker or one of them next tight ends. And then at that other turn pick, Jared Goff to lead the home.
You end up with a QB who's been a top 10 QB for the last 3 years in fantasy, 5 rounds later. And so then you think these teams who drafted AR in the 2nd round, are they better off with AR and their 5th round pick, or are they better off with Amon-Ra and Jared Goff? You tell me.
Stacked with your wide receiver too, Amon-Ra. We've done so many mocks for this. Whoever gets Christian McCaffrey will also be a Super Bowl contending team this year.
And this is also real. The team who got Christian McCaffrey, he was out, so he wasn't a Super Bowl contending team that year. But he is now.
We are going to be in talks to trade up when Dalton Kincaid, Brock Bowers, and Kenneth Walker are in jeopardy of going.
And again, these go into the template. You got to know who your guys are. Whether they can make it to you or not, you got to know that you might go hunt them down for whatever it costs. Because only own perfection. Build the perfect lineups. You have, in this case, I was thinking it was 3 receivers because our other one is, but it's 2. So you have your receivers and your first flex checked. Then it's going to be about getting your RBs. I knew D-Hen was such a value that I would love for him to make it to, and I was ready to trade up for, similarly to K9 and Goff, who we get at these
one of them picks. And Jared Goff. And then next round, if we get Derrick Henry and JSN, it's over. Oh my God. Tua, Jared Goff just got so much more. I guess I'm not trading up. I'm probably going to stay at the turn. This will be my cue. Brock Bowers. All I know after that is it's Kenneth Walker, Jared Goff, Tua.
And like if you would have brought in a Brock Bowers on this team, you don't trade anyone and you just guarantee 2 years and it's nutty. And you're up 420 in your first 2 years, and then you can just play in the green for however many years it takes to be back up.
So we have a queue of 5 at 1, 2, 3, 8 picks before our 2. I'd love 2 of them.
Again, you build your queue. You got however many guys you got. You can understand that like this many picks away. If these guys all start going, we got to trade up. We got to get one of our queue. Make your tiers.
In order of Brock Bowers, Kenneth Walker, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, Tua. Yeah, Amari's got a great team. Jamar Chase, Gibbs, and McCaffrey. Yeah. It's like literally fade the trends and you'll find the value pockets. Look at me, Amari, and Mikey's teams. And Agnon's team. Marv Kyler stack. Marv Kyler G-Will.
The teams that started off with this 3-headed dragon type approach, me with CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra, Tyreek, Amari with Jamar Chase, Gibbs, and CMC, Mikey with Jettas, Brees, and Taylor. His had a harder start, but it's the same concept. I got my queue of these players, and I'll affect our beliefs, but at the end of the day, you're building your queue. And if that looks different than mine, that's fine. What you believe in, you have 5 guys that I'm 8 picks away, I want one of them. And if it looks like it's getting in jeopardy, you're on the clock, bro. If you want to build a generational Superflex Dynasty startup, you're treating it like a real fucking GM, bro. You're making calls. Sales pitches are on point.
2 quarterback teams.
Fade the trends. Everyone's taking their QBs. You go get the 3 best value skills that are probably going in the first round of drafts, especially if you're in a 3rd round of reversal. It's a cheat code. If you're at the back, if you're at the front, you get your fucking Dynasty QB and you never have to worry about it.
Church, AJ Brown, Achon McBride. It's not bad, but don't just go into a Dynasty. Go win and start the Dynasty from there. I swear that's how you do this shit.
I've been saying these things, man. 7 picks.
Q.
4 people.
We need 2 of them. Only 2 can go in the next 7. That'd look like Tua and Brock. And Goff. Uh-oh. I just feel like somebody's going to go take K9. Folks on the clock. He's not going K9.
And again, who is he going? Being able to stay calm, confident, and grateful. Let your players fall. Let destiny be. And if it gets to the threshold, you're ready. But if it falls in your lap, man.
We might have the wide receiver 1, 2, and 3. CeeDee goes and puts up 400 points again.
I'm excited to see who's going in this year's drafts.
Over that.
Just to do a mock, just to fucking use this.
CeeDee can't get 400 again. That's what I'm saying. He goes with Tua.
And then one of your Q goes, only one more can before you get 2 of them. Send in your group chat. Be willing to call up. What am I saying exactly?
Be willing to call up to some of the next few guys on the clock if you're looking to move back to the end of the 4th. I don't need to trade up yet. Saquon, Ayuk, and Kieran are all still on the board.
And this is a big reason, too. A lot of high-value guys were still available, which was why you could feel like I only got a few guys left on my queue and a lot of guys to go. There's a lot of other guys who could realistically go first. So I'm not panicking about calling up, throwing it out there and being ready for whatever.
Which, like, realistically, I can take any of them here. I'm chilling right now.
And that too.
Chilling over there at the time.
Even if you miss your whole queue,
it
means you get great value.
You're fading the QB. You really need some value. Like, Tyreek will be my super flex. Brock Bowers goes. There's another one of them. I mean, I don't have a problem getting Saquon or Kieran. Oh, I don't want Kieran.
We would have won. Either
We're
way.
just praying for Jared Goff and Kenneth Walker.
By the way, if I pick K9 over Saquon, I mean, I love the vision, especially still winning, but imagine how much nuttier.
We're also not opposed to guys like Saquon, Ayuk, and Kieran. The rest of them, I don't want to even get into.
Right. And it's like, yeah, when you're thinking of your guys, like, you got your guys. And you're not taking anybody else.
Those guys, Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, Rome Odunze. He's building a dynasty for sure. Just wonder how many years it's going to take before he win it. Oh my God. Like, holy smokes.
Dealing with my on the clock.
We get the guys we want. Perfect. I'm not taking Saquon, even though it'd be great.
The other guys
I'm not
go.
taking Ayuk. I'm not taking Kieran.
Skip out on Saquon, even though we know it'd be great.
And Jared Goff.
Future Hall of Famer and QB fucking 1. Ours double stacked. And then look who's fucking making it to our next picks. We know Derrick Henry, RB1 and K9's the 2, but we take K9 first because it's the investment. D-Hen's falling. And then we were always like in JSN. I don't know what I did here.
Y'all gotta stop fucking around. I'll take Derrick Henry and Kelsey before I take Tay or JSN. I already have 3 wide receivers. I don't need JSN.
And it's like literally tight end premium. I was talking about JSN as how valuable that would be, but it's like go get Kelsey, tight end premium. When Sam Laporta, you were talking about getting at your 3rd round pick, instead you got Tyreek and Kels.
I'm sorry. I'll take D-Hen and I'll take Kelsey. Oh my fucking God. Travis Kelsey and Derrick Henry.
D-Hen.
I'm the God. I'm the God.
7th round.
The team. Jared Goff, Kenneth Walker, Derrick Henry, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra, Travis Kelsey, 2 flex, Tyreek Hill.
And that's the fucking template. Your late QB, the value, but because all these QBs went, he's the one who will fall. Probably this year's like a 2-up, biggest value. I wonder where Goff will go. Again, like just swear to God. Swear to God. Paired with that tight end, especially if it's in a premium, that's older, whatever, and you see how we build the room, bro.
That's the starting lineup.
But then your starting lineup,
It's
nobody's
like,
touching.
Okay, everyone knows Solaire's winning year 1. And
That
then
took
what
some
happens
convincing.
after Tyreek Hill this year, Travis Kelsey retires,
But he
and
didn't.
Derrick Henry has some beasting left in him.
3-4 years left.
After this year, of course. 20 touchdowns. Bro, I'll chill out. Let me get flex maybe just one with like an Aaron Rodgers so that I can throw Aaron Rodgers at the super flex, Tyreek Hill at the first flex, and one more flex.
Right. CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra, and K9 are how we move forward with this dynasty, even though I thought about trading CeeDee for peak val.
Okay, I thought I was done, but I had to come record this pick because
But I will show you this because it's crazy.
we're making a big move. I was thinking of having David Montgomery and he'd be our 3rd RB. Right. But in this situation, I actually want a second tight end, somebody like Kittle, who could score higher at our flex.
Right.
Honestly, maybe it would be
And playing a dynasty for another 3-4 years.
David Montgomery. But this is why we're taking Kittle. Because we're double stacking the best offense in the NFL.
Yes.
Reaching down deep.
This is the other shit to this fucking template. When you're getting your guys, you look so far down the depths that even if it looks like this guy could make it to your ADP, if you know your league and know one of them will reach on him, you're reaching an extra round. Jameson Williams entering his vet year, 9th round, super discount. You already know you're winning year 1, and you're going to be able to double stack it, in this case scenario, to your quarterback, and then just build that with your roots from there on, bro. He's going to only improve on his value, especially as Amon-Ra dynasty value decreases.
On Jameson Williams. If David Montgomery comes, I'll take him, but the goal is actually Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields here.
See how your next picks can be, I think, ended up Justin Fields and somebody else, where we ended up doubling Pittsburgh, Justin Fields, and Russ Wilson. So we had the second quarterback all season 2 to play at the Superflex when we wanted. That way we could just have even more explosive flexes.
Brave and Jerome Ford. And we need Jerome Ford. He'll be our RB3, and he'll play in the flex sometimes.
That was class. Big Jerome Ford value last year.
And we're going to hope we can also get Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields. Aaron Rodgers, QB2, potential super flex spot. Justin Fields, potential future. Now that we got the winning team, let's start building the dynasty. And the Destined Dynasty is complete. 31 rounds
So who do we get?
later. How to win your dynasty super flex. I picked 12. Bro, Fading the trends will find you your value pockets. Who's a future Hall of Famer.
Right, so
CeeDee Lamb.
You already started with your RBs are solid. Even when K9's out, you're going to have a couple pieces because of how we draft. You got Goff, who's a top 10 QB, and you got him at the discount that allows you.
Amon-Ra, Geno, both stacked to Goff.
Just
And we'll have the Lions wide receivers, best wide receiver 2 in the league. And then, in a tight end premium, Travis Kelce, flex will be CeeDee Lamb and George Kittle, and super flex will be Tyreek Hill.
That's a roster nobody's taking down. The Feilds value, right, like the year before, for example. And then all of a sudden you got dropping down to whatever that is, the 11th, 10th round. That's value. It's going to fall in between that, so scoop them up, especially when you're fading the QB and it's a QB. Let's say Milroe definitely will be a quarterback pickup in a startup. Also, you know, that Thielen is a great, like when you're building the team to win year one, it's not only about the lineup, also consider buys, also consider winning every week. We didn't even come away with the number 1 seed, but we ended up having the team that in the playoffs is unstoppable.
Fields on the bench, Russell Wilson starting the season at the super flex, Josh Downs, Janu, y'all know it from the end of the Destined draft.
And so then you draft your tight end room. That's Kelce, who you'll have for the winning year. Kittle, who you'll have for the next couple, or you trade off for value because people know he's going nowhere. Janu, who boosts spice in value, and Okonkwo.
We officially have the best team, bro. You're going to give us the wide receiver 1, 2, and 3 in Fantasy Destined's wide receiver rankings.
Yep. And that is the template to win your Dynasty Superflex draft. So let's rip them off. Using the template, let's take to the roots and show you how to win from pick 7 in your Superflex Dynasty startup draft. Tight end premium would look like something like this. Start up the draft. Whoa. And Chase goes at the 101, which I don't think you'd see a lot. And then you see your first 3 QBs. You got Joe Burr at pick 7. So we're going to take the QB. Because even though you got your tier 1 guys like Bijan and Gibbs, which would be great, you definitely get to start with the value of Burrow, which is why it's already the thing it is, the QBs. You get it at 7, you go with it, and watch who you're going to get at your second round. Sun God, Amon-Ra. Let's go win. And we're back here where again, you could take your Caleb, right? You could take your CJ, or whatever. Does that feel like the teams that are unstoppable? In my opinion, it's the Bucky Irving or the Garrett Wilson. We're playing this like it's 2 receivers and 2 flexes. So Garrett Wilson is probably the number 1 at a pick like this on my queue, where I know that not only can he fill the role for us to win this year, similarly to Bucky, but they can definitely be our future. Now, you guys let me know down below who you feel is a better dynasty value, G. Will or Bucky. But without looking too deep into it, at the future values, I'm going to take G. Will here. You got your 2 wide receiver positions set. You got your top quarterback set. Get your RBs, get your tight ends, get your flexes, and your super flex, most importantly. Now, you know I love Sam Laporta. I feel like it's definitely a good value here. T. Higgins could be fun, but Christian McCaffrey can be a great piece out here. And I think, honestly, at pick 4, you could just guarantee the dub if CMC stays healthy. And when you have these physical anomalies, CMCs, Derrick Henrys, these are those guys who don't go anywhere. Yes, they can have their injury years, but they're not the 28-year fall-offs. And then you come back in the 5th round, and you got your choice of second QB. They're obviously the top of the queue. I look deeper. Terry McLaurin, you put at your flex. It's game over. Even George Kittle, probably get it the next round. Even Kenneth Walker. Jared Goff, even more of a value than after finishing his QB8, just because his fucking offensive coordinator leaves. And they're still the same team. You got these guys all the way out here. You could take Penix as your next QB. Bruh, look at where your value falls. You take a Terry McLaurin, nobody has as powerful of a team as you. So you get to come back at the 6th pick, and you got your choice of Jared Goff or Penix. And as much as you know, I'll take Jared Goff because he'll be a top 10 QB. We're going to see the fuge and take Penix. And now you got your 2 QBs, you got your 1 RB and no future, and you got your 3 wide receivers looking for another flex. I never needed to take Penix. Considering all the QBs still on the board, but your typical league will probably look a little more QB heavy, you know, you probably add in a fucking Tyreek Hill. Definitely enough I had to look over that, so I didn't think my shit was just too nutty. Because I would have played Tyreek Hill over Penix at the super flex. And so you see the type of shit I'm talking about. This Penix is definitely better for your dynasty build, which is why I won't advise the Tyreek in his last year. So in this, we're going to get quarterbacks that we would never get. But again, now you just start building in your pieces. I know I need the RB, so I know the value for me is Pacheco. Even though I'm going to like guys like Golden, I'm going to like guys like, Scatterbo. It would be fun. Brian Robinson, but it's about building this team right now, right? We're not just thinking dynasty, we're thinking win, build our dynasty from there. The pieces that stay. But you're definitely going to want yourself a Chris Godwin. You're definitely going to want yourself, all these QBs are just falling unrealistic value. And I forgot that's how the mocks are. But just to keep it in mind that, you probably won't get Goff here, but you could take Tua or etc. You know what I'm saying? At a pick like this, you take a Kraft, and then at your next pick coming up, bro, you've basically got your lineup filled. You're starting to pick your young guys that you like. You're starting to take your values, whatever quarterbacks make it, Justin Fields, Bryce Young. You're taking your Chris Godwins to win. You're taking your Khalil Shakirs, if you believe it. Whatever, bro. Whatever is making it to you, it is all insane value when you follow this template. So now that we just gave a quick little example of what drafting the template for this year looks like, this is that other team where we caught ourselves taking T-Law at pick 7 or 9 and then thought about taking Tua at round 3 and realized we just wouldn't have a good enough team, where he ended up falling to us in round 5. And we still have this team that we have, putting it together, getting Genty, getting Worthy. But that's what all taught us this. Three-Headed Dragon, the team you guys just watched the draft of, a year later, sits however much the winnings were, $200 in the green. And we have that money to invest each year before we got to be winning again. So we're not just digging deeper into the red. All these teams that just draft for the fuge, they just go deeper into the red. And then it's like, as soon as you win, you just made your money back. You better keep winning. That's why we do it this way. There's going to be a great chance we win this second season, which is why I'm not urging any moves. But if everyone keeps their team and we keep off the original vision, midway through the season, you're trading. Derrick Henry's going to keep churning. So maybe him if he's got the value, but you probably just let him ride out on your team for the next few years anyways. But your roots in that draft, right? Outside of just what you did to win, your roots are Kenneth Walker, they're Amon-Ra, they're Jameson Williams. You could even move Amon-Ra, but you're going to win again. Even with who I'm going to trade away, I'm still going to win money. So guys like Kelsey, we're going to let retire on our team, right? Kittle, maybe we'll consider moving. CeeDee Lamb, we could consider moving for great value. Tyreek Hill, midway through the season. Another great tip for Dynasty is if drafts are coming up, if rookie drafts are coming up, everyone wants rookie picks, draft picks. You trade away the things everyone wants at the current time. When you're midway through the season and you've had a plan because you already won, you then keep those players so you don't trade them in the offseason when people want draft picks because they're not going to give you the draft picks. You trade your great values like Tyreek Hill when he's dominating through 6 weeks of the season, and Kittle, and maybe CeeDee, and maybe Derrick Henry, and maybe Russell Wilson. Then you're going to know I've just got the guys I need, and I'm bringing in all these 2027 picks. And I'm going to be however I am, 2026. Still winning money a lot of these years because my team still got the roots it has. But then 2027, we get to build in our first chunk of the dynasty. By the end of this season, this team should look like Jared Goff, who's a top 10 quarterback, Kenneth Walker and Scatabo. Keep the double stack, Amon-Ra, Jamo, where Jamo will push his way. Maybe we could trade Amon-Ra midway through the season, but we know his value. It's so crazy that you can get him sometimes in the second round now in best ball drafts for this year. Trade away a Kittle and let Kelsey retire, and you can still play either your choice of Geno, Okonkwo, or Brenton Strange, who you draft late because you know is coming. And then your super flex, bro, like you trade away CeeDee, or you keep CeeDee at your dominate this year. Trade away Tyreek and get big value for him being on his last year to a team who's looking to win, because that's how you win. You bring in the players. And now since you already won, you already went up, you get to ship them, build your dynasty. So you see us drafting our future quarterbacks, Jalen Milroe, Shedeur Sanders, we got Feilds. You move away the other guys. Once you've won, once you're up, only on perfection. But get yourself there first. Even if that looks like some picks that aren't your fuge. Do it to win. Scatterwell. Those are our draft picks. And that is simply the template to win your Superflex Dynasty startup draft. Tight end premium, third round reversal specifically, but you use the same concepts in any draft. If you have a dynasty startup draft coming up and you got to see this video before, you're in luck. Take these concepts into your drafts. You're going to fade the trends and find your value pockets. You're going to come away with a team that is unquestionably the winner year one, and boost yourself up to be in the green to then build your dynasty from there, year two. For more than just Dynasty, all great fantasy advice, give yourself the luxury, follow Fantasy Destined, road to 10K. We're at 76 subs right now. 88 immediately, triple digits immediately, 142 immediately. For the channel, for the brand, for our Destined community, throw the like, throw the comment, and let's keep growing, man. And hey, stay tuned for the giveaway, and you might be able to use Fantasy Destined on a consultation call for your draft. Giveaway details are on the Instagram. Bulk of the content's here on the YouTube. We're winning $100,000 from fantasy. Over under 4.2 years for 420. We're in year 2. Follow along for the journey.
Is destiny.